It's March 2nd and we've already got chicken of the woods. Spring is coming. There's grass growing. It's warm and sunny. And we're working on the water system. Oh, there's flowers. The chickens are running around in the woods. The dogs are happy. I'm up here by the spring. I've been working on, I was working the other day on this for some hours and it was real nice out. And I'm going to continue working on it today. I showed you in another video where my current water line is in my creek here that we've been using for the last 8 months or so. And this is probably a good perspective to see. So just down there, been gravity feeding my water down to the lower part of the homestead, which is a good temporary thing, but I'm going to be hooking up a 500-gallon water tank over here and building a house, and I want to get a more stable water supply. And not that it isn't stable down here, there's plenty of water, but you can see I've got this whole meadow up here on the hill. I'm going to do some clearing, and I've got another meadow back there in the woods. There's a bunch more room that I'm going to clear in there. And I'm thinking I want to have the opportunity to have some pigs up here and some sheep in the future. I'm going to get some fencing in, and all of the runoff water is going to come down into this and go right to my drinking water. And I don't want that. There's one spring coming from over here and there's another coming from way up the property here. And what I found the other day is this spot where I'm almost sure is one of the origins of a spring. Looks a little bit different than when I found it because I've been working on it, but right here is where an old tree used to stand, and there's a ton of water just flowing right out of the earth here. Now there's this little ravine for the creek here. There's the one I just showed you over there. So any runoff from the animals I'm going to have back in there won't be able to get over here to this spring. And anything running off this hillside is going to come down and run down here where it's been going. So I think if I tap into this, I'm going to be pretty safe. I kind of put this together temporarily to see what kind of flow I was going to have. I just built that out of an old food grade 50-gallon drum I got from a distillery over in Asheville, and a couple bulkhead fittings and some PVC, and then I drilled some holes in the side of this PVC here, and that would be the main water. It filled up nice. I did a measurement the other day. It's got some thousands of gallons a day coming out of here, so it's more than enough. The issue right now is I'm going to want to fill the bottom of this in with some gravel and then some rock, and build it up and eventually cover it with a pond liner and soil, and you'll only see just a pipe coming out of the earth in the future. But as this is filling up here, I don't know if you can see, way back in there, the water's coming through and just coming right around and coming out here. So I was thinking of maybe damming it up even further across this way to capture that. But I have a feeling the water's just going to find a way around no matter what, so A buddy of mine was up here yesterday, and he's like, well, why don't you just dig it out a little deeper? I thought that was a good idea. Because if I can get this deeper here, I can hold more water in there before it leaves anywhere. Alright, well, now that I drain this out, you can see how much water's flowing out of the earth here. Maybe you can see that on camera. It might not look like a lot, but it's a few thousand gallons a day. And the thought of putting concrete in here kind of bugs me a little bit. And I've got all this free clay, so I think I'm just going to go the natural building method as much as I can with this. And I'm going to try to fill in some of that with clay, dig some of this hole out, and then maybe get a longer piece of that blue material there and run it straight across to over here. See how it goes. Alright, friends. After a whole bunch of work, me and Kira both working on this, moving clay from over here, getting this dammed back up with a longer piece. There's my old one. Got a longer one here. I think this is going to work a lot better. It's holding a lot more water, which is going to mean that I could submerge that perforated pipe down in there a lot further. I just got to get some angled PVC bits because I want this to sit all the way back over there, and then angle right here, and then another angle to run the pipe under the ground here and down to the tank. I'll let the water clear up on this for about a day since I was last filming, and you can see, hopefully, it's just pure, clean spring water. Oh, there it goes. Yes, the bulkhead fittings are reverse threaded. All right. Bulkhead fittings in. We got a temporary runoff from the main line, keeping the water away from this wall so I could build it up. Alright, friends, I'm about spent for the day working on this. That's what I got so far. Put a bunch of gravel down around the feed tube, that forked PVC with the holes in it. Started putting bigger rocks and bigger rocks to get this up to a level where I could cover it eventually with this pond liner and cover it over.